everybody, it's Noelle and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about something that has been asked of me for ever since I started running and vlogging about it. And the question is, what kind of makeup do you wear when you're running? Now the funny thing is that up until a few years ago, I would say I never wore makeup when running. I mean, why would I'm sweating and anything that I put on my skin is just gonna melt off, and at the end of it, I'm not gonna look really pretty. But as I've grown older, or as I've matured and probably become more aware of how I look, I've come to realize that there's some merit in having makeup options to put on your face before you go out in public and run. This is something my mom used to do when she used to run 10K races with me, and it's something that she still does before she goes to the gym, and it's when she draws her eyebrows on with an eyebrow pencil. So this is just something that makes her feel good about herself, and I'm not gonna take anything away from that. I mean, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel confident before you start on anything that takes exertion mentally or physically, then that's fine with me. Here's the most important thing I figure when you're putting makeup on before a run, and it's putting on your eyebrows. Because as my beauty guru friends say, eyebrows frame the face, they define your face. You know, you can forget everything else, but if you don't have eyebrows, then you don't look finished. Or the other saying is, Kilay is life. The thing is, eyebrow pencil melts off or rubs off when you wipe your face with a towel, and so it's actually pretty inconvenient when that happens, because then, you know, as you cross the finish line and the cameras snap, you'll have like a half an eyebrow left because you wiped your face halfway through the run. Or if you're wearing light colored shirts and you wipe your face with a shirt, then your eyebrows come off on the shirt, and that's just inconvenient. So up until maybe last year, I had no idea what kind of solution you could have to keep eyebrows on during a race. And then I was told about these eyebrow gels, which are like semi-permanent tattoo kinds. They usually last for about 3 to 5 days. I've tried a few from many different brands, and it's a problem that you might have with any sort of eyebrow gel, depending on how your skin reacts, is that it turned my eyebrows green. And you know, I wasn't really super bothered about it. I would just go over the eyebrows again with an eyebrow pencil, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of why you would put an eyebrow tattoo gel on in the first place. Also, I think you might see it in one of my earlier videos where my eyebrows are green. So, that's my vanity speaking. So I had to go out and look for a different brand or a different eyebrow gel product that would work for my skin and for my coloring. So I asked one of my friends. Her name is Telly, and her social media handle is Beauty by Telly. I private messaged her on Instagram and asked her, so what eyebrow tattoo gel would you recommend? Because she was getting ready to go to the beach, and she said that she used these tattoo gels so that her eyebrows wouldn't rub off even if she went into the water. And she recommended the K Palette eyebrow gel, which I then went and bought from Beauty Manila. It was 800 pesos, thereabouts. A little bit pricey because previous eyebrow gels I bought were around 300 to 400 to 500 pesos. But I thought, well, you know, since she's kind of more knowledgeable about beauty products and she's probably tried a lot and this is what works for her, then I should probably go for it. And so I did. What you're seeing right now on my face is the result of applying that K Palette eyebrow gel last night. and I'm gonna show you a video in a little bit of how I applied it. This eyebrow gel supposedly lasts for 5 days, and I already went and tried it maybe 2 weeks ago, and it did last up to 5 days. It goes on quite thick and dark, but don't let that discourage you. It's just the actual gel. It's colored that dark so that you know where you've already applied the product, and so you don't apply it again, or you know, you can go you can retrace the lines that you've done. This particular gel comes with a stencil that you can use. There are two options for the stencil. They have the natural, and then they have another one, the flat or straight eyebrow shape, which is really popular in Korea. This time around, I didn't use the stencil because my natural eyebrow shape doesn't actually follow either of these stencil shapes, so I just wanted to draw it on myself. I'm not sure that it was actually successful. I might do the stencil next time, just so that I know that I'm actually going within the lines and I don't go over it, and I don't have extra little squiggles on my eyebrows. The eyebrow gel from K Palette comes in a little tube bottle with a brush applicator, and the brush is really easy to maneuver, and it's really easy to draw your eyebrow on. Of course, this depends on how used you are to drawing your own eyebrows on. So yeah, if you don't know how to draw your eyebrows on, I recommend you use the stencil. So I'm going in here freehand and trying to make sure that all the gaps are filled in, and I look kind of funny by the end of it. Then I go to sleep wearing this eyebrow gel on my eyebrows, and I wake up the next morning to peel it off. There's actually a minimum time that you need to make sure that the color sticks to your skin. It should say that on the box, but I prefer to go overnight with it so that it stays on for the maximum number of 5 days. So that's what I'm wearing right now, and I'm gonna zoom in. Please pardon the sweaty face as I zoom in. This is actually the eyebrow shape I usually draw on with my eyebrow pencils. And I can go in there with another eyebrow pencil to fix these gaps if I wanted to. But, you know, in the early hours of the morning when you wake up before a race, this doesn't really matter, and it saves you that effort to take to get up extra early to draw your eyebrows on. Okay, so personally, I would go out just with this. This is a bare face with just the eyebrows on from the eyebrow gel. I would get ready and go, but some people would prefer to have a little more color on their cheeks. So I would recommend like a cheek and lip tint. I used to have one from Benefit, which I used up because I loved it so much, and then I just never repurchased because I already had a lot of other products to finish up. But this particular cheek tint had a very runny consistency, and it dried really quickly. So what you did was you put the applicator on one spot, and then you went in with your fingers and rubbed that cheek tint into your skin so that it would be blended in and not just like in one spot. And you did it one cheek at a time, so that it wouldn't dry on your cheek without you being able to rub it on and in. And you can do that also if it's a lip and cheek tint. You can put some on your lip and then just swipe it on, and that would give you enough color on your face to look and to make yourself feel presentable before you go off and run and melt all that tint away anyway. But at the end of the run, because you know the blood is flowing in your body, your cheeks will naturally have a flush anyway. So again, I'm not saying that everybody needs to wear makeup when they're running, but if you feel like you do want to put on some makeup to make yourself feel presentable and attractive when you're running, I won't take that away from you. In fact, I would do it as well, because I've looked back at my old photos without eyebrows and I look kind of funny, or that's just my perception, but anything that makes you feel more confident so that you can tackle that challenge that it's ahead of you, I'd say go on and do it, and more power to you. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The subscription button is down there, and I will see you again next week. Bye guys, thank you.